Good morning, students. Today we discuss one example of graph. How many edges are there in the graph with 10 vertices of degree 6? Okay. Again, I am reading the example. How many edges are there in a graph with 10 vertices, each of degree 6? That is, the graph contains 10 vertices and each of degree 6 means what? Degree of the vertex means number of edges incident on that vertex. Now look at this figure. Here the vertex on vertex V1 there is only one edge incident E1. So degree of vertex V1 is 1. For the vertex V2 the edge E4 and the edge E2, that is two edges are incident on the vertex V2. Therefore degree of vertex V2 is also 2. Here degree of vertex V3 is also 2. Degree of vertex V4 is also 2. Clear the idea about degree of vertex? Okay. So degree of vertex is number of edges incident on that vertex. Okay. Now go to our example. Okay. Here in our example the number of vertices are 10 and each of degree is 6. Okay. So solution of this example. In graph 10 vertices with each of degree 6 means total degree of the graph is equal to 10 into 6, it is equal to 60. Okay, every vertex has degree 6 and there are 10 vertices in the graph. So total degree d of g means degree of the graph g is equal to 10 into 6 which is equal to 60. As each edge gives 2 degree. Okay, every edge has degree 2. Since edge is incident on two vertices, so every edge has degree 2. So number of the edges in that graph is equal to 60 divided by 2 which is equal to 30. Understand? Okay. Total degree of the graph is 60 since each vertex has degree 10 and each edge has degree 2 since every edge is incident on two vertices. Okay, therefore by dividing 60 by 2 we get number of edges in that graph. So here 60 divided by 2 is equal to 30. So the graph G has 30 edges. Okay. Next, matrix representation. Okay. Now what is the matrix representation of the graph? The graph can be represented by matrix. Depending on adjacency of vertices and incidency of an edges, graph can be represented in two types of matrices. Okay, depending on adjacency of vertices and incidency of an edges, graph can be represented by two types of matrices. Okay, first type is adjacency matrix. Our first type is adjacency matrix. If G is a graph on n vertices, say V1, V2 up to Vn, then adjacency matrix of G is the n cross n matrix. If there are n vertices of the graph G, then the adjacency matrix of the G, the matrix of the graph G, has the order n cross n, where n is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. N cross n matrix. This is symbolically represented as A of G is equal to Aij. This is symbolic representation of the matrix A of G. That is adjacency of the matrix G. Adjacency of the matrix G is equal to the matrix Aij, where Aij is equal to number of edges between Vi and Vj. Aij is equal to the number of edges between Vi and Vj and is equal to 1 for self loop. If the vertex contains self loop, then we can write 1 for that loop only. Now we consider one example for adjacency. In case of adjacency matrix representation of the graph, Here consider the graph G, which contains the vertices V2, V1, V2, V3 and V4. There are 4 vertices in the graph. We have to represent this graph in the form of matrix using adjacency. So A of G is equal to the matrix. Here we write vertices V1, V2, V3 and V4, and horizontally and vertically also V1, V2, V3 and V4. This means we consider here V1 to V1. There is no edge between V1 to V1. Okay. There is no edge between V1 to V1. So here I write 0. Now V1 to V2. Now consider V1 to V2. V1 to V2. Now there is a edge between V1 and V2. Therefore we write here 1. Now consider V1 to V3. There is no edge between V1 and V3. So here 0. And there is no edge between V1 and V4. So therefore we write here 0. Okay. Understand our first row? Now go for V2. Now we have to check between V2 and V1. Now here there is an edge between V2 and V1. There is an edge between V2 and V1. So here we write 1. There is no edge between V2 and V2. So 0. There is edge between V2 and V3. So we write here 1. Also there is edge between V2 and V4. So we write here 1. Now go for V3. Now there is edge between V3 and V1? No. There is no edge between V3 and V1. So we write here 0. Now there is edge between V3 and V2? Yes, there is a edge between V3 and V2. So we write here 1. Again there is a edge between V3 and V3? Yes, there is a edge between V3 and V3. This edge is called as loop. Okay, which is terminal point and end point. Terminal points are same. Means start point and end point is same. That edge is called as loop. Okay, and therefore there is a edge between V3 and V3. So we write here 1. Now there is no edge between V3 and V4. So here comes 0. There is edge between V4 and V1. There is no edge between V4 and V1. So 0. V4 and V2. Yes, there is a edge between V4 and V2. So here 1. V3 and V4. V3 and V4. No edge. And last one is V4 to V4. There is no V4 to V4 edge. There is no self loop. So here 0. So our matrix is A of G, which contains 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, this is our adjacency matrix. So in this way we can represent the graph with the in form of adjacency matrix. This is called as matrix representation of the graph with using the concept of adjacency. Okay, understand?